Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by In the Money Stocks. Today is Thursday, September 8th, 2011. Let's get right into the charts here. You're going to see the S&P 500 E-mini futures are trading down about 5.5 points at the moment. Futures were trading higher this morning around 5 a.m. They were trading above the 1200 level. However, they have since fallen and they're now trading around the 1193.50 area. So decent little pullback. Yesterday had a big rally. We talked about that rally, had a good chance of holding up, and sure enough, it really surged into the end of the day. So very, very good move yesterday in the markets. Today you are getting a pullback, but once again, the usual suspects are coming up as the catalyst for the small decline, and that is the European debt problems continuing. This morning you had Greek bond yields on the two-year note soaring, and once that happens, the markets are going to sell off again. There's no two ways about it. We can only wonder how it's going to play out down the road once Italy and Spain and these other countries come into play. So this is just dealing with Greece for the second time in less than a year, and it looks like yields are spiking on the two-year bond. So again, we'll have to watch that situation very, very closely. I can only think there's going to be band-aid solutions. There's not going to be really any real solution being done over there. But we'll see how that plays out. But once again, markets are under a little bit of pressure today. I'm not sure exactly what we have in store today, just because you have Ben Bernanke speaking at 1:30 East Coast time. I believe he's speaking from Minnesota. And then we have tonight the president's speech on the economy and what he's going to do to create jobs. Supposedly, a lot has been leaked out about that speech already. However, I think the leaks could be false, and the president may be leaking those rumors on purpose. So, in any case, we'll have to just wait and see. These markets are not out of the woods by any stretch. Take today really very cautiously, as we could see some volatility, and also ahead of some big speeches by some powerful people. You never know what these markets can do. So again, as long as the volume remains light, you can trade all bounces, in my opinion. If the volume picks up, then we could break through some support levels on an intraday basis. Now, a couple of other things to go over before we begin. The European Central Bank held their key interest rate today. They left it unchanged at 1.5%. Also, the Bank of England held their rate unchanged as well. I believe that's at 0.5%. So again, both central banks in Europe, and remember, England is not part of the European Union. They both held their key lending rate at unchanged. So really not having a huge effect, but we'll see how it plays out. Let's take a look at the U.S. dollar index, and we'll see how it looks there. And you can see the U.S. dollar index today is trading higher by about 10 cents. Yesterday it was down a little bit. That was partially helping the markets rally up, especially commodity names. Today the U.S. dollar index is up about 10 cents. Not a big deal at the moment, but nonetheless, it is still holding up pretty well from my vantage point here. Okay, a couple of other things. Let's talk about GLD. Yesterday gold sold off pretty sharply. Today GLD is rebounding pretty sharply. Closed at 177.08 yesterday. So just say basically $177. Today the GLD is trading at $180.04. So very, very big snapback bounce for GLD. Spot gold is up about $35 at the moment. Let's take a look at the SLV. SLV is also moving up this morning. Closed at $40.53 yesterday, trading at $41.19 this morning. Very, very good move in both gold and silver. The reason for these moves higher are that Ben Bernanke is going to make some comments that he could be leaning towards QE3. So that's the reason behind the move up in gold and silver. I honestly think it's a little too soon for the Fed to try and imply that, because the dollar really hasn't moved all that much. Before the Fed can do a QE3, they really need to see the dollar get up to that $80 level or so, and then they could spike it down. They can't let the dollar crash, and that's really what they try to avoid. But in any case, it's playing yo-yo with the dollar, and that's what they do. But and they've been doing it for 10 years. Just go back and look at a 10-year dollar chart. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about. But in any case, that is why gold and silver are moving up this morning, because the people are thinking that Ben Bernanke's speech today, he's gonna hint towards a QE3. Now, ultimately, I think he will do a QE3, but I do think it is down the road a bit. I don't think it's going to be so soon. But hey, you never know. You never know. Let's take a look at oil. We'll look at the USO this morning. Yesterday, the USO closed at $34.69. Today, it's trading at $34.73. So just up a touch. Not really that big a deal there, but oil is trading higher by just a little bit. Now, if the US dollar index starts to move up, then it will push oil back down. Okay, so we'll see how that all plays out. Couple of stocks in the news this morning. Let's take a look at this CALP, Calipers Science. This is getting a big bid this morning. I'm not sure really what went on there, but that's a huge move. The stock is now very extended on the daily chart, so I don't know how much more it has left in it on the upside, but that is a big pop. And you can see closed yesterday at $7.39. Today it is trading at $10.45. So great move there for that stock, and it looks like a decent gap up. So I think it's a real gap. It could fade a little bit, but I wouldn't do anything on the short side with it. Looking at that move today. Okay, a couple of other things I'm looking at: the gold mining names. Gold mining stocks are all catching a bid this morning. I'm not sure if they're really ready to hold up. I would have liked to have seen gold mining stocks consolidate a little bit more, but they are moving back up. The GDX closed yesterday, I believe, at $65.43, trading up at 66.16 right now. So that's a very good move. You can watch most of the leading gold mining stocks all trading higher. Here's Rand Gold, which is a leader, catching a big bid this morning. Very nice little move there. Closed around 108. $108.88. Today's trading at 111.86. So that's a very solid move there for Rand Gold. So watch these gold miners. They could be in play today. They're up a little bit too much for my liking at the moment, but maybe we could watch some pullback patterns intraday and possibly trade those. That's really all that I'm seeing right now. Again, the market may be a little bit on the quiet side. Yesterday's big rally. Today you get a little bit of a retracement day, or a little bit of a pause day. You also have Ben Bernanke's speech at 1:30. You also have the president's speech tonight at 8 o'clock. So, just realize the markets are going to be all ears and waiting for that to occur, and we'll see how that plays out. I'm just looking at the other economic news. At 8:30, you're going to have some economic news. You're going to have the initial jobless claims. Okay, so we will have initial weekly jobless claims. I guess the market expects 400,000. We'll see what they come in at. I'm not sure. That could be a slight market mover. And then at 3 o'clock this afternoon, you're going to have consumer credit. So just remember, you're going to have consumer credit. And 11 o'clock this morning, you're going to have crude inventory. So watch for those events. I'm not sure they're going to be big market movers, but in any case, we'll watch for those events. With that said, everybody, the futures are trading down now, a little over 7 points. So they continue to slide a little bit, but you are coming into this little bit of a support level right here with this pivot. And this is on the S&P E-mini futures contract, right around 1191.15. It is also contract rollover time, so we will be moving to the Z contract very soon. But the U contract still active, so we'll use that today. But tomorrow we will have S&P 500 E-mini rollover to the December contract. Okay, right now we're in the September contract, and we're going to move over to the next quarter, which will be December. All right. With that said, everybody, have a great trading day, and we'll see you all tomorrow. Take care now.